Excuse me, sorry, let me get that out of the way before we get started.
Well, we got that already.
Oh, really?
No, it's just...
yes, you guys...
It's good, like, as you play, it's good.
What's up, guys? Caleb here with another installment of Reality Check, and today is all about the Google Home Mini versus the Amazon Echo Dot. I gestured the wrong way there. Let me do that again. The Google Home Mini versus the Amazon Echo Dot. It's a battle of the titans, like Pepsi versus Coke, peanut butter versus jam, spy versus spy. Hey Google, what's better, Pepsi or Coke? It's never gonna get this.
That's if Google replies.
Not a chance.
On the website slate.com, they say, this hardly means sweeter wines are always better, and Pepsi is sweeter than Coke. On this view, it's actually Pepsi that scored the marketing triumph by convincing people that a blind taste test represents the true mark of soda flavor.
Okay, Google, that's enough. Let's jump right into it. Alright guys, today is all about the Google Home Mini versus the Amazon Echo Dot. Now both of these speakers are fully functional smart assistants, which means they can give you information like weather, news, traffic reports, nearby shops and restaurant locations. They can also both do things like make reminders in your calendar, schedule appointments, they can call Ubers, send emails, and also they have a host of smart enabled devices like most commonly the Philips Hue lights. You also get a thermostat, you can get smart plugs, locks, basically a whole range of different things. And then lastly, they both have some kind of intelligent functionality, so they can do things like play games with you, answer trivia questions. So they both do these things really well, but what do you look at when you start to balance them out against each other as to which one you should choose or which one you should purchase for yourself? For me personally, the two things that I consider the most are A, its functionality with third-party music streaming services like Spotify or Google Play Music in my country in South Africa. And secondly, just the intelligence and overall ease of use with the smart assistant. For Amazon, it's the Amazon Alexa, and for Google, it's the Google Assistant. So that's a big part of it for me, just how I can hold a conversation with the artificial intelligence. So let's size these two puppies up. From a design perspective, the Google Home Mini wins hands down. It's got that beautiful, soft, fabric textured feel, just makes it look a whole lot more premium, a whole lot more well built, and just aesthetically it wins hands down. Over the Amazon Echo Dot's just very simple plastic finish. The one thing I will give them though is that they have a much cooler lighting effect. The Google Home Minis is cool, but it's not very frequent and it doesn't vary at all when you're using it. It's just the standard white lights versus this ring of changing color. So that wins in that perspective, but overall from a design perspective, the Google Home Mini wins. From a build perspective, I think the Amazon Echo Dot has the slight edge over the Google Mini. So first of all, it's a little bit heavier. It does also have built-in controls which are better than the Google Home Mini's touch-sensitive controls, which can be a little bit finicky. But the winner here, the reason that it makes it, that the build is better on the Amazon Echo Dot is simply because of the audio jack output. So you can connect it very quickly and easily to any other kind of AV receiver or speaker to kind of amplify your ecosystem a little bit. With the Google Home Mini, you're gonna need an audio Chromecast, and that's the only way you're really going to be able to cast audio to a different device or to link up other speakers that aren't the Google Home with the Google Home Mini. So it takes the cake in that respect. Now let's talk about the functionality of these two devices, because there's one important point that I just want to touch on quite specifically over here. In terms of the Amazon Echo Dot, you're going to need US accounts for any of your third-party streaming services, or just to get the Amazon Echo Dot app to download onto your phone. So bypassing the geographical restrictions of the Amazon Echo Dot can be a real pain in the ass. You're gonna have to sign up with all your third-party music streaming services, all the accounts you're gonna be using and things you're going to be using with the Amazon Echo Dot, with the US account, with the US card. So that just makes it a little bit, I don't know, that there's no sense in having it in this country when you have something like the Google Home Mini, which automatically works with all my South African linked accounts, my Google Play Music, my Spotify. I downloaded the Google Home Mini app and I didn't need to use a US account for it. So already there, from an ease of use, a setup, a functional perspective, the Google Home Mini is winning. The Google Home Mini also just has better artificial intelligence. I feel like the conversations flow better. It can follow consecutive trains of thought without me having to repeat any of the information that I posed in the first question. And it just feels like a more realistic, natural conversation, where I feel like the Amazon Echo Dot struggles with that a little bit. Another important thing to note is that if you have have multiple Google accounts linked to your Google Home Mini or your Google Home device, you can then set vocal recognition, so it can recognize its voices linked to those specific accounts and relay information like calendars, reminders, booking appointments, calling Ubers, specifically to the account that the voice is linked to. So multiple people can use the same device in one home with the Google Home Mini. And the Amazon Echo Dot cannot do that. So there's already a big plus side in that column. Now I want to talk about the connectivity and the ecosystem of these two devices. And there's a couple of points I want to make on both sides. So regarding the Amazon Echo Dot, obviously it's been out for a lot longer, meaning it's compatible with a broader range of devices. And also something that leans towards its side more is the audio jack output, meaning even if it's not necessarily compatible with a specific speaker, you can still connect it to pretty much any speaker that has an audio jack in. So that's pretty cool. Now, this doesn't have as many devices that it's compatible with, the Google Home Mini, but there are plenty, and it is catching up quickly in terms of the availability and the support of these devices. And personally, from what I've seen online, any device, any smart-enabled device that I can imagine myself using is already available for the Google Home Mini. There's just some niche items that the Amazon Echo Dot is beating it at. And also, when you consider the fact that neither of these items are available for purchase in South Africa, that when you buy them, you will have to buy your own ecosystem along with it, that's going to be a pain on either side. What it comes down to is the functionality and the support of these devices in South Africa, which there is for the Google Home Mini and there isn't for the Amazon Echo Dot. So that is the main deciding factor for me personally. And that's pretty much it, you guys. That pretty much wraps up my comparison of these two devices. And let's just quickly talk about the money. At the time of this recording, these two puppies were priced at around $50. I think one of them was a little bit cheaper, around like 40, 45. I mean, it's you can get them for varying prices depending on where you go, depending on the deals that you find, but around $50 is what you're looking at. So they're relatively the same price. They do relatively the same things, but for me, the Google takes the edge in terms of what it was made for, the smart assistant, the intelligence, the artificial intelligence of the speaker, and how it can help you easily with your daily life. And also just the ease of setup and the availability of support in this country for South Africa, it trumps the Amazon Echo Dot in that regard too. So that is my decision made, and that's it for me. Oh, I froze so hard there. And that pretty much wraps it up for this week's installment of Reality Check, guys. Let me know what you think about A, the Amazon Echo Dot, or B, the Google Home Mini in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to knock twice on your parents' door in the middle of the night before entering, because you never know what they might be up to. And I'll catch you guys next week for another installment of Reality Check. Peace!